All right, let's jump right in. We hear about AI all the time, right? But how does it actually understand us? Today, we're going to break down how AI is basically being given senses, how it's learning to see, hear, and process our world in ways that, honestly, used to be just science fiction.
I mean, really think about that for a second. You're on the phone with some automated system, and you're getting just a little bit fed up. How in the world does a machine pick up on that? It's not just the words you're saying, is it? This one question, it really gets to the core of everything we're talking about.
And that's the fundamental problem, you see. We communicate with emotion, with tone, with all this hidden context. Computers? They just see ones and zeros. So the entire mission of modern AI is to build a solid bridge across that massive communication gap. The real question is, how do they actually pull it off?
Well, it all has to start with a brain. And for AI, that digital brain is called natural language processing. You'll hear it called NLP. This is the absolute foundation. It's the tech that lets machines start to get a handle on our most human quality, our language. Now, the key thing to get here is that NLP isn't just a fancy spell checker. It's not just about recognizing words. No, it's about teaching a machine to understand the meaning, the structure, and the intent behind our words. Kind of like how we do. But, how does that actually work? Okay, check this out. This is a perfect example of context in action. If you say the word cloud, an NLP algorithm has to figure out, wait, are they talking about the weather, or are they talking about where they save their files? It figures this out by looking at all the other words around it to get the real meaning. That's step one toward genuine understanding.
But, it gets way more sophisticated than that. NLP can actually go beyond the literal words to pick up on the feeling behind them. It's trained on mountains of data to recognize the patterns in our speech that signal frustration or confusion or even happiness. This right here, this is how that customer service bot knows you're about to lose it.
And because this tech is so incredibly powerful, the money flowing into it is just staggering. The global market for NLP is projected to be worth over $158 billion. That's a huge signal that this isn't just some niche science project. It's becoming a core part of the entire global economy. And this chart really just drives that point home. I mean, look at that leap. That explosive growth is all about the huge demand for smarter, more human-like AI in pretty much everything. From our hospitals to the phones in our pockets, the brain is getting bigger and a whole lot more powerful every single day.
Okay, so once the AI has a brain to process all this language, it needs a way to get information from the world. It needs senses. This is how it gets its ears, its mouth, and even its eyes.
This right here is the two-way street of communication. First, you've got the ears, speech to text, or STT. It listens to you talk and turns your voice into text that the NLP brain can actually read. Think about Siri or the automatic captions on a YouTube video. Then you have the mouth, text-to-speech, or TTS. This takes the AI's response and turns it back into a natural-sounding voice. But what about seeing? Well, that's where computer vision comes into the picture. It's basically the visual version of NLP. This is the tech that lets a machine open up its digital eyes and start making sense of the world through images and videos. And it's not just seeing a photo like we do, it's analyzing it on so many different levels. First, there's image classification. That's just asking, what's in this picture? A cat? A dog? Then there's object detection, which goes a step further and asks, okay, where in the picture is the cat? And finally, image segmentation breaks the whole thing down to the pixel level, outlining every single individual part of the image. So having a brain is great, and having senses is great. But on their own, they're kind of limited. The real aha moment, the absolute magic, is when you put them all together.
And that quote really nails it. Think about it. An AI that can only understand text is basically just reading. An AI that can only see is just a camera. But when you combine them, when an AI can listen and understand and see and then speak back to you, that's when things get really interesting. That's a total game changer.
Let's walk through a perfect everyday example. Real-time translation on your phone. Step 1, the ears, that's speech to text, capture what you're saying. Step 2, the brain, the NLP instantly translates that text. And step 3, the mouth, text to speech, speaks that translation out loud. 3 separate pieces of tech, all working together in perfect harmony to create this one seamless experience. And what all this leads to is what the experts call multimodal interaction. It's a fancy term, but it just means we're moving beyond typing.
We're now speaking, showing, and interacting with technology in a way that feels a whole lot more natural, a lot more human.
So, what does this new reality actually look like? How is this combination of AI senses changing our world, like right now?
Oh, it's already everywhere. In retail, Amazon uses computer vision in its warehouses to track millions of packages. In manufacturing, Toyota uses it on assembly lines to spot tiny little defects that a human eye might miss. And even in farming, John Deere uses it to monitor the health of crops from the sky, field by field.
And that impact goes way beyond just big industry, right? It's in the smart devices in our homes that are always listening for our commands. It's in security systems that can recognize faces. And, maybe most importantly, it's being used to create incredible new tools for accessibility. And this is a point that's really worth focusing on for a moment. For someone who is hearing impaired, speech-to-text can instantly create captions for a lecture or a conversation. For someone who is visually impaired, text-to-speech can read articles, emails, or websites aloud. These AI senses are genuinely breaking down barriers and helping to make our world more inclusive for everyone.
And that brings us to one last, really important question. As we build these machines that can see us, hear us, and understand us better than ever before, what new responsibilities do we have? It's something we all need to think about. It's a huge conversation we need to have as we move forward into this new, multi-sensory future with AI.